All right, today I want to attempt to talk to you about the false self. I remember in 2011, I was living it up. I was doing good. Had a big truck, big house, hot wife, kids, good job, making money, working with celebrities, going all across the country. Was getting it in. At least from the outside, that's exactly what it looked like. But internally, inside, was a very dark version of myself that I was hiding. A very dark version of myself that could only cope with life through drugs, alcohol, and sex, and a lot of dysfunctional, defective character kind of traits that were really ruling my life. This image of this false self, right? Which one of these two is true? Is it the one that's very successful and getting the money? Is it the dark one? And I think that's part of the problem is dualistic thinking. Is this thinking that I'm in or I'm out? I'm saved or unsaved? I'm loved or not loved? I'm good or I'm bad? I'm in the darkness or I'm in the light? This dualistic thinking doesn't intend to do this, but I think what it ends up doing is it ends up making us, either subconsciously or consciously, saying, these are the bad parts of me, and I'm going to hide them over here, and I'm just going to deal with them as I deal with them, because I don't want anyone to see them. I don't want them to know that there's these bad things, these dark things. As opposed to looking at the situation as a whole, and saying that, yeah, there are these. If you think about death and life and the connection between the two of those things, right? You don't have life without death. That life is not precious without death, right? That there's this holistic way of approaching our own self-view. And to stop allowing this false self that's hidden, that we don't want to share with anyone. There's a truth that there is a God that sees you. And this is a very beautiful and profound thing, because this God sees you and loves you. And I think it's a little more grounded and rooted than he knows when you're sleeping, he knows when you're awake. This kind of ethereal presence of this supernatural force way up there in the sky, looking down through his supernatural binoculars as we waltz through life doing bad and good little behaviors. I think it's a little more rooted, it's a little more connected. I think that if we find, for me personally, when I got the most win, when I got the most sobriety, when I got the most whole, was when I opened myself to other people, to like-minded people. And what happened was a community was formed. A community I realized I could be a part of. Where it didn't matter that I had these character defects. It just mattered that I was there. It wasn't so much that the sin was dealt with. It was that the sin was no longer secret. This idea that we have to keep these sinful character defects or these bad, these unhealthy character traits hidden from the rest of the world, I think is one of the underlying things that really causes us to, number one, be separate from each other, be separate from ourselves. We're split internally. We're two people. We're the person that we project externally, and we're the person that's inside wrestling with all this shit. So how do we reconcile that? For me personally, the best way is community. Getting around like-minded people, getting around people who I can trust. Not everyone you can trust with all of this, right? Some people aren't ready for all of it. So you have to choose wisely. One of the reasons why this channel exists is so that we can be that for you. We are here for you. We honestly can say that we love and accept you just as you are. And there are a lot of people, I think, if you were to look in your life, who are willing to do the same thing. So today I encourage you to look at yourself as a whole and complete person, warts and all, so to speak, and to realize that that person imperfections, darkness, character defects, all those things is loved and accepted. And it's okay to be you, my friends. I actually prefer that you be you. This is Christian with the Most High Show.